Good evening, everybody, and welcome along once again to Inside Line Racing. This is Season 4, this is round number 19 from the Mexican Grand Prix at the Autodromo I can't even say it. Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez here in Mexico City. So, the championship is done. ILR Abbey is our champion, crowned last time out at Circuit of the Americas after his win in the wet conditions, and a worthy champion at that one. So now, everybody's going to be out there for a bit of fun, but now we're going to see drivers really pushing for it without a care in the world, really, to see if they can get a win at the end of the last 3 remaining rounds. So, Owen White's currently watching the football, so he's going to be late. So you've got me for now. Wise, like, there he is. Is he wearing Brazil colours? Sort of. But since Owen isn't here, is this his turn of luck, I wonder? So let's go for a lap maybe around this circuit. Let's go on board with Jake as we run down the kilometre-long straight down towards turn 1. It's a 900-metre run down towards the first corner, one of the longest on the calendar. Then onto the brakes into the first sector. Then, a bit of a kick of oversteer for Jake there as he comes through the S section. And now the second DRS straight into this really low speed section of the track. Gets on the brakes. Down to second gear it'll be. He's going to use third in this case. He's going to drop it down to second for this next corner. And then into one of the slowest corners on the track here. Double apex right-hander. Kick of oversteer on the way out. And then we come to this section which is going to be central to corner cutting. Really careful through there as you run through here. It's very easy to swap ends with the car here. And through this section I'm very careful to not to run too wide over that curb. And into the stadium section, which is actually a decommissioned, it would have been a baseball stadium, but is now a part of the F1 circuit and also the Formula E circuit. Running through this section then into the last 2 corners then. Gets a kick of oversteer, there's the pit entry across the line. It's going to be a 1:14.6, it's a very quick lap round here. Corey does a 1:14.3. And let's see who else can do it. Abby's is a 1:14.0, so straight out of the bat. I think we're in for a dry race from what I'm hearing. I think we're seeing some drivers doing laps on Ultras, Supers. Jordan does his on the Hypers. So actually, they were in impressive laps from Corey and Jake. And Will's actually smashed it out of the park. 1:13.9 on the Supers. And so we have Tim came across the line with 1:15.2. Then Weiser was a 1:13.93 on the Hypersoft slope. So 14 minutes left on the clock. Early part of the qualifying session here. Who have we left to see run? That was a corner cut from Goody. Will he keep the lap, I wonder? Let's see as he comes through the last corner in the Force India. What can he do? Because he come across the line. That's a 1:14.94 on the super soft tyres. Now, new headset for myself, so I think it should sound a little bit better. What about Ollie? Is he on a lap? He's just begun his lap. Onyx, Joseph, Joachim still to make their way out. Rishant currently on a lap here. Is he? No, it doesn't seem to be anyway. Is Jake on another one or is he on an in lap? It looks like he's on an in lap. He's got absolutely no ERS to use. It looks like one. Let's get the telemetry up actually, just so we can have a look at what he's doing through this section. On the way out, kick of oversteer. Second DRS straight. And I'm just going to quickly have an invite ready for my co-commentator just for later on. You'll see a blue screen. Where is he? I should have done this before we started. Whoops, sorry. Right. Invite ready for him. That's good. Now we can carry on. So, anything happening during that? Doesn't seem to have. I think Corey's about to finish another lap, or he's going to come in. I think he's going to come in because he has no ERS. The massive oversteer on the way through the stadium section, and into the pit lane he comes. Short entry into the pit lane. Have we got anybody that's on a lap? I think Ollie managed to go P8 with that lap, so we only have a couple of drivers setting them on the alternate compounds. Abby goes for the ultra softs, Jordan and Weising on the hyper softs. Scott, is he on a lap? Yes, he is on the hyper softs. He has one pole position this year, and that is, of course, Hockenheim. When everybody else did them on the other compounds, he did them on the hyper softs, because why the hell not? Through the stadium section then. All the fans, this is also where the podium is. So it's a great amphitheater for F1. Here he comes. Where does Scott go with this lap? He goes 9th fastest, 1:14.488. Okay, so 11 minutes left to go. I think we have Onyx and Joseph out on track. Onyx is actually on super softs. Where's he going to go? We know he's got some good pace in that car. So where can Onyx go? Gently on the power on the way out, interestingly. Having to be very careful with his inputs. He comes across the line and he goes 9th fastest, 4:87, 1,000th of a second quicker than Scott. I think he's got a little bit more to add to that. Joachim, I'm sure, has got some decent pace in that car. He's about to go onto a lap. What about Joseph? He's about to also begin a lap, I think. I think so. Yep, he's beginning one now. Weislig, what's he doing? About to set up for a lap. He's about to unleash his Toro Rosso around. We still have a battle for the constructors, of course, but of course Zeta Mercedes not here to defend his... Well, actually, Scott just went 5th fastest there. 2,000s quicker than Jordan. Let's have a quick look at the championship just to keep an eye on what's going on behind. There's definitely a battle for second going on in the championship. And Jake, if he finishes well today, could well take it. So Scott P5, Corey on an outlap. Let's have a look at the standings as I grab them. Anybody else we can have a look at who's about to finish a lap? It looks like Joachim's gone a bit deep there. That ain't gonna help him. Let's have a look at the ILR PS4 standings. But first let's have a look at Joachim coming across the line. Ultra soft run and he comes 5th fastest. 2,000ths. That is uber close. There are 4,000 separating 3 drivers. That's pretty close. Abby finishes a lap. He comes across the line. He goes fastest on the hypersofts. 1:13.135. Weising improves to a 1:13.4. But wow, that's a hell of a lap from Abby once again on the hypersofts. But that's going to put it... Don't know how long the hypersofts are actually going to be able to last around here. Does Jake? He's come out in the hypersofts, but he's come straight back in again. Interesting stuff in qualifying then. Now, let's have a look if we've got anybody finishing laps. Corey on one. So, second of the championship currently being contested. Weisig still in with a chance. Zeno Mercedes not here. He's got 13 points advantage over Jake. But if Jake, of course, outscores him today, or manages to get more than 13 points, he will take second. And got to keep an eye out for Weislig as well. So we got an interesting fight. And of course the top 3 do get promoted to ILR1. So here we go then. There's a hell of a... There's definitely about half a second separating the top 3. Well, Will from Jake, so there's quite a deficit there. Will did a hell of a lap on the super softs there. So an excellent job from him. We got anybody? So the top 2 hypersoft runners, 1:13.1, about 8/10 of a second between him and his nearest competitor, and Costa beginning a lap now. It looks like he's finished one, but it got it invalidated. Of course, turn 1's going to be really treacherous, especially at Monaco, because we've got such a long run down towards turn 1. There's bound to be an accident. Got anybody that's finishing laps? Looks like Corey might be. Now, what can he do? Can he do what he did last time? Get a front row? He's run out of ERS actually in the stadium section. Usable deployment. He comes to the line. Can he improve on what he's done already? Yes, he can. A 1:14.1. And is only 0.2 of a second off of Will, so that's a really good time from Corey. But he's done 3 laps on those super soft tyres, so done some work. But he's now P4. But interestingly, that the 2 Toro Rosses have decided to do what they've done, because right now with that they're committing themselves to a 2-stop, which is an interesting choice. So right now it's actually Will who's actually in the driver's seat, I would imagine, going for the 1-stop. Super softs to ultras, I would imagine. What about Scott? Is he finishing? No, he's beginning. 5 minutes left in the session. And what can we have remaining in this qualifying? Who can spring a surprise? Can anybody spring a surprise? Can anybody dethrone our champion from pole position? So, anybody else out on laps? I can't see. Ollie, Onyx, Joseph, is he finishing a lap? Or is he beginning one? Let's have a look. He's finishing. He's beginning. The 2 Red Bulls are currently down the back on the last row of the grid. And let's see, where on earth has my Colcom disappeared to? Oh well. Hopefully he'll miss a really hectic start. I say hopefully he'll miss, because then he'll regret it. He missed Russia and he regretted it. So, who is out on a lap? Jake back out on ultra soft tyres. So we'll see how he does on that. So with a little bit of a shake up with strategy now. It's currently Abby from Wiselig, from Will, from Corey, from Jake, from Joachim, from Scott, from Jordan, from Tim, and from Paco in P10. Outside the top 10, you have got free tyre choice. Joseph finishing his lap now. Where's he going to go? Out of the last corner, he's on hyper soft tyres. Oh, dives into the pit lane really late. Never mind. Right, let's see. Jake is beginning his lap now with the ultra soft tyres. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1. It's probably going to be for a slow car, I would imagine. It's going to be where Jake is. It looks like it's a slow car of Rishant. It is. 3.5 minutes left. Riding on board with the man fighting for second in the championship. 13 points behind Zeta Mercedes, who is not here, and the Red Bull's gone in the wall behind while weaving. He's done a Valtteri Bottas. Let's have a look. Has he broken his wing? I think he's got away with it, interestingly enough. Jake through the S section now. Gently, maybe a touch wide on the apex there, but gets it back. It's the run through here that's crucial. Gotta carry the speed. And it's really harsh on penalties through there. So let's have a look through the stadium. Oh, he's not died. Right, Jake, here he comes then. Through the last corner. Can he put it on pole? 2.5 minutes to go. No, he goes 4th. Now let's have a look anywhere else on the circuit. I think Joachim, is he on a lap? Yes, he is on hypers.
Right, hello.
Plenty happening. Oh, you've not died.
No. Football was very entertaining. You should watch later on. Keeper had a total meltdown. Ref had a total meltdown. Well, manager. not right.
Right, well,
Anyway, head of yours.
right, so bring up to speed. Abby's currently on pole by 0.4 of a second.
Ah,
However, the Toro Rosses have both committed themselves to a two-stop.
right.
Alice Killer's just gone third, 113.9 in the Ultras. So I'm not too sure why they've gone for the Hypersofts, because I think the two-stop's definitely slower. Onyx goes fourth, so now everything's happening. Let's have a look anywhere else. It's Jake finishing off his lap now. Coming through the final corner, he's going to keep it nice and tight to the wall. He comes to the line, he goes fourth again on a 113.94. 8 thousandths slower than his teammate. And the two Toro Rosses are back out on an outlap.
There are a couple other people out there in hypers as well. Do you reckon they'll do a proper lap? Just try and get maybe 11 for something?
Maybe so, yeah. But Zeta Mercedes not actually here today, so Jake can take second in the championship if he scores right.
Jake just having to confirm his ILR1 status.
Yeah, now...
Damn it, I was looking forward to him putting a boss as his profile pic. Damn it. Hope he crashes now.
Well, if there's one place it's going to happen, it's going to be the main straight of Mexico.
Oh,
so,
yes.
Yeah, I need to disable my notifications. There we go. So...
You can hear me okay, yeah?
I can.
Good.
So Paco has gone third fastest. Oh, that's a surprise, and he's done it on the Ultra Softs too.
Yeah, not even 4/10 down. That's a really good lap, actually.
10th
Nearly
of a second.
Wisely.
Yeah, 10th of a second behind Wisely. That's come out of nowhere. Now
Will
Abby
just started the last minute lap, by the way.
Who else just popped in there? I think Rishant just popped himself into the top 10. He did. So that's that. So now we only have the two Toro Rosses to come across the line, really. Will as well. So let's see. Can Abby go even quicker than he has already? The ILR2 champion already. Can he go even quicker than a 113.1? Can he dip into the 112s? He comes to the line. Can he dip into the 112s? Of course he can. 112.7. What about Wisely? He comes to the line and he backs out of it. So, can Paco improve though? Is a question. I don't know if he's on a lap. No, he's not pushing. And Will's backed out of his lap. So it's a Toro Rosso 1-2.
Well, hold on. You know, Scott's out there as well. You can't confirm things yet. At the minute,
Yes.
he's 5/10 up on his last lap. So that's what, 4th if he can keep it on. Although I think he just got the last corner.
He's ran out of fuel.
Oh, man.
He's ran out of fuel.
Oh, damn it.
Damn it, Scott. So it's the two Toro Rosses on the front row with Hypersofts, and then Paco and Alice Killer on the second row with Jake and Onyx. So we've got an interesting one there, and the Toro Rosses are now committing themselves to a two-stop.
Jordan was on the two-stop as well, so we'll see if that is the better strategy to use. I think overheating is just a total nightmare, though. So yeah, really, any other hypersofts, you just sort of want to ignore them, and yeah, don't go anywhere near them.
So 7/10 of a second he took pole by in the end. 112.7 to a 113.4 from Wisely. Then Paco in P3 with Alice Killer 4th, Jake in P5, Onyx in P6, Will in P7 on the super soft tyres. Then Yeet in P8, Jordan on the Hypersoft in P9, and Rishant in P10 on the Ultras. Everyone outside of that has free tyre choice. Corey there P11, Goody P12, Costa P13, Joseph P14, Joachim in P15, Scott in P16, Tim Veg in P17, and Ollie in P18. Will it rain? Please don't.
Nah. Last week it was terrible.
Yeah.
My expectations for rain have went right down after last week.
And thankfully,
and it's dry. Yes.
It's a beautiful sunny day in Mexico.
Oh, it's a beautiful day. Look at that. Not that many clouds, but you know, at least it's not raining.
At least it's not raining. We had it wasn't a full wet race. It was a light rain all the way through with inters.
Yeah.
But now we have the longest run to turn 1 on the calendar at 900 meters. And it usually causes chaos.
Yes. Weislig is going to get his trademark luck, I imagine.
Yep.
So expect someone like Paco or someone to be steaming up the inside, rolling style, and this time actually hitting him.
Yeah, we have Brazil next time out, of course, so hopefully his luck will turn for that one.
Well, I've already said this. I will win next week in ILR3, and Weisig will win in ILR2. And obviously, you're going to have to get your way into the commentary box. Don't quite know how you're going to do that.
I don't know how I'm going to do that, but
I'm sure you'll find a way. I don't know. You'll find some way.
Yeah. All right. Well, tire strategies. Not too many. But it's kind of a 50-50 split between the supers and the ultras, and we have a total of 3 drivers on the hypers. So let's hope that the guys can manage overheating, which I doubt. But they're not going to last long.
I doubt it.
The hypersofts, I think, what can they manage? 3-4 laps?
I would have thought 5, maybe at the most. Like, I guess Abby and Weisig, they must have some idea what they're doing. They must be doing this, for a reason. I don't know why they would both do it if they hadn't sort of planned ahead. But yeah, maybe they think they're 2 stops quicker. Maybe they think they can battle through the field with that long main strip.
Well, it doesn't really matter to Abby. He's champion anyway. But Weisig's fighting for second in the championship. And Jake's if he scores enough, he needs to score 3rd to take 2nd today. 3rd is 15 points, so he'll take second by 2. But he's got to get past his teammate as well, who's out-qualified him, and he's got Onyx behind him. So pretty much with this long run to turn 1, literally anything can happen. 18th could come out in the lead. Who knows?
Well,
if there's a horrific accident.
That would be something.
I am predicting a horrifying accident, though. That's the problem.
I'll be honest. I'm going to predict it into turn 3 because this, turn 2, everyone's going to be preparing their moves for turn 3, and then that's when all the big dive bombs come. Yeah,
it happened at Russia on the run down to turn 1. So don't buy hopes. So here we go then. Round 19, would you believe, of the ILR2 season is about to get underway with 5 red lights. Abby on the front row, Weisig alongside him. It's lights out, and away we go. Abby gets away well. Paco immediately goes across to defend from his teammate. Paco's going to jump them into turn 1 if he gets enough of a run. Alice Killer diving up behind the 2 Taurus as we run towards turn 1. Weisig on the outside line. Look at Onyx down the inside. Weisig on the outside line. Is he going to take the lead? Yes, he is. He's fighting with his teammate though as they run turn 1 and turn 3, sorry, and he makes his way through. Weisig is actually now in the lead of the race. He's still side by side with his teammate. Round towards turn number 4 now. Weisig on the inside, Abby on the outside. Is he going to make it work? Abby's still there on the outside. Sticks the inside. There on the inside. Somehow Abby holds on to that one. Everybody's still all together. It looks like Jake's had a disaster and of a start as usual. But what a fight between the 2 Taurus down towards turn 1.
They were properly going for it there. They were not giving up an inch there. And Ollie, ooh, that's ugly.
That's an interesting one.
In the wall. But yeah, they were really going for it. Off the track, they were extending them track limits by a good few track lengths. They were really going for it. Hopefully we'll see more of that during the race. I'm amazed that Paco couldn't get involved with that though, because he had such a decent start as well. I think he just got swallowed up by Alice Killer and Onyx, to be honest, because they were going 3 abreast, I think, at the turn 1, weren't they?
Yeah, Corey's into the pit lane, got wing damage. But wow, I'm so aggressive coming across on the start line just to cover off his teammate, or try to at least. Will's having to go on Onyx now into turn 1. Can't quite get stopped. He's got Jordan for company though.
Oh, that's Narnia. Yeet is off, and he's losing the place there to Jake, and he needs to sort of get down the road now.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Jake. It looks like he just got swamped, but he's got on the back of this train now.
Your mic is breaking up. I don't know if there's anything you can do about that, but
no, so I'm not even going to try.
Oh no. Disaster.
It's probably because I'm streaming, so we'll... And I should
That's
probably...
my fault.
I'll knock off you. Like, shouldn't be anyway, because it's a brand new mic. But, Paco's still sticking with Wiselig. And
Yeah,
Abby's
Wiseg's just lost so much, hasn't he?
yeah, he's pulling up. He's building a gap because he needs to make this two-stop work. So he needs to build as much of it as he can.
Wiseg sideways through the last corner. He's like that in qualifying as well. He can't really get through there very well. And Paco may well have a chance into turn 1. He's closing quite quickly.
Slipstream's
see if
really
he goes
effective. Oh. Yeah, I had some cars doing interesting things down the strip there. But,
Yeah.
continuing. So DRS enabled this lap.
ILR3, I imagine. And Lenny was jumping over the back of other cars in ILR3. Quite entertaining on the start.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure, now he's losing time. Pac in allowing this kind of Onyx, Will, Jordan, Jake to close in. And we're going to see a lot of those today, time penalties, especially around Mexico. Through that,
I've noticed actually some of the S's you can actually go quite wide in them and not get a warning. I was sort of exploiting that a little bit in ILR3 for a bender, but you can on the last S before the final sector, you can actually just go off to Narnia
and
there.
Jordan has come around the outside. He's fighting with Jake. Fair play to him. Who's going to have the DRS? I think Jake's going to have the DRS on him. He does indeed. Let's have a look at Paco making the move for second place with the DRS. And he gets it stopped and done and dusted. Also, having Alice Killer. Yeet is trying to get past as well. I think Yeet managed to do all of them.
Oh, Will's just sort of appeared in that as well.
Yeah,
I don't know. We're going for fourth now.
He's got the both of them on the brakes. They're 3 wide. Is he going to get it stopped? Yes, he does. So Will gets the double move. That was nice.
Jordan is being swamped.
Yes, he is. He was trying to battle with Jake originally, but now Yeet's come out that the best.
Joachim's got him as well.
Yeet got little battle, and Will gets a penalty. So lap 4.
Them supers, they are working well, aren't they, on the Mercedes? We'll see how quickly you catch up to Wiselig, because Wiselig does seem to be struggling with the overheating already, but Abby seems relatively okay with it.
They're carrying on anyway. Lap 5. Looks like they can go a little bit further. Now
Abby's like 8/10 of his fastest lap already, so them tires are degrading. Paco's just set his fastest lap of the race, so this could get close between them two.
Let's have a look at Jake with the. Can he come back at Yeet? No, he's too far back. Oh, Joachim's gone for a huge dive bomb on him, and he's actually got it stopped and done. I was not expecting that one. That's how Jake's going to come back.
Wide though.
Yeah, Jake comes straight back at him and covers him off. He's not really that happy with him, as you can see. Jake had to open the to avoid a horrific collision, but thankfully we didn't see a horrific accident down towards turn 1. Everybody kept it nice and handy.
Yes, but there's a very big train now being started as a result of all that. We've got Jake sort of at the head of it. You can sort of say Yeet's a part of it soon as well, but that goes all the way down to 14th.
Yeah, Paco's buzzing in on Abby.
Yeah.
And quickly at that. So, and Abby's going to stay out even longer. What about Wisely? Is he in? No, they're bringing these hypersofts a little bit further.
Well, the further they go, the less pain they have to take later on in the race, because they're still running 1 and 3 at the moment. And the good news is, as I said, there's a big train behind the people fighting. So they're either going to end up at. Actually, that may not be a great thing. I mean, will they be able to find a space in there, or would they slow themselves down enough so that they can maybe even come out sort of, I don't know, close enough to just pass instantly? Because at this rate, they're going to be miles behind it, but eventually, if these guys keep fighting, they may actually have a chance to be on the back of it and challenge them.
Jake had a look. Anyway, what Weisig did pick up a 30-second penalty, so he's
Another
got.
one.
Yeah, I think he's got. Well, that might have been
That's
from
like
earlier,
2 now.
but I don't think he's got 2. But
I can check.
13. Yeah. So
Oh no, he's only got the one.
yeah, she's got the 1. But Abby, in his usual style, 0. Paco also has 0, I think.
Jochen is now all of a sudden the man chasing Jake, by the way. And he was looking at it going earlier on, but this group is actually now starting to catch up to Onyx and Alice Killer.
And then,
That's Abby Pitts.
and obviously White is going to stay out because remember Hungary when they don't stopped. So
Weisig's the one that's struggling more as well, so that's going to really hurt.
it's off. And I think it looks like Yeet's going to make the move on Onyx. He's trying anyway. Outside 1 into turn 2. It looks like he's done. And he has done. And Jake's trying to fend off Joachim as well, who's really going for him.
Jordan as well is hyper, just starting to go a bit as Goody gets past on the inside. No, not quite.
Oh, get the cut back. Yeah, he does. Up the inside of the next corner. You going to be able to do that? Yes, he does.
Oh, Rashanthi boy and Joseph, I think they made a bit of contact there. No real incident, but lucky to sort of get away with that, because that could easily have been spinning off.
Around in the S section, collision with Tim Veg as well. He got collected. Those guys are racing. Rashanth and Joseph just raced off
He just
the
made an
road.
overtake.
Oh, what is going on in the
overtaken
stadium
him.
section? Oh dear, Jake and Joachim and Onyx. Joachim actually managed to make the move past Jake. And he might lose position to Onyx. Yeah, I think he's going to lose it, so he lost positions. And Will's caught Weislig. And he's on the super
Abby.
softs.
By the way, Abby's only about 3 seconds off that sort of trim. I know it's breaking apart a little bit now, but it could still be quite good for Abby to start passing him soon. As
Yeah.
Joseph gets by Rashanthi again.
Yeah. So, Jordan in as a result of that spin. Sector 1, there's a problem for somebody. Let's have a look. That is Rashanth.
Rashanthi. Oh dear.
That's all of his front wing gone.
Yeah, he's went off in a major way.
So Will right up behind Weislig now. He's all over him. And he's on the supers. And
Understaying the whole way through the S's though.
there's a
Will.
swap
30
between-
not helping him there.
I tell you what, Goody's making great tracks through the field. 2.1 behind this train for, it'll be 5th place, but he's actually managed to get past his teammate, and now Tim Veg's actually going for it. It looks like Onyx has got an issue or something, because he seems to be going around very slowly indeed. Yeah, he's over. It looks like overheating.
Why is it stays out again?
There's Tim Veg passed up the inside of the last corner. It looks like Onyx is. Oh, he's all over the shop. He spun it in the pit lane. Oh, that's a disaster.
Well, he may get disqualified for going backwards and if he's not careful or blocking the pit lane. The game can be very strict with that, but he's okay.
There's Abby making his way past Joseph. And Joachim and Jake fighting again. So Jake's trying to make his way back past Joachim.
Will-
He's coming to the outside.
Will
Rashant's
is-
out.
Obviously, Will's ahead now. We'll see if Will can catch up to Paco. But I'm just wondering, if Wyzett's able to start this long, how do you reckon he could do a one stop? Do you reckon he'd be able to nurse super salts? So he's handling these rather well, considering that they are the hyper salts. He's on lap 9 with him now. I reckon we could be seeing him do a one stop today, to be honest, and that could work out nicely for him.
Yeah. We'll see how he goes anyway. Because Abby's made his way up to Tim Veg now. He's making. Oh, don't try it there! that would have ended in tears.
That could be. That's where you have your serious accidents.
Yeah. Now, Yeet's right on the back of Alice Killer. Here,
Does
down
Wisely
towards.
go again? No, he pits.
No, he's into the pit lane now. Let's see what he goes. He'll go for the ultra soft, same as his teammate. Avoiding the super softs altogether.
So why wait so long then to pit?
Yeah, now there is Yeet passing Alice Killer, so the Saubers today are on fire with Paco out in the lead and Yeet in P3, and now Jake, he might be able to make the move on his teammate here. Can he make it work on the outside with the DRS? Looks like he's going to get it stopped before it. Yes, he does. So now fighting with the Sauber for P3, and Goody is closing in.
How much has he gained at the start? He's gained only 5 places. Joachim as well is gaining a lot as well.
But you can see how much Abby gained. You can see how much Abby gained. He's almost with them now.
Yeah, it's working out well for him. And
yeah.
I think Yeet was unintentionally helping Jacob when he was trying to pass his teammate, because he got a ridiculously good slipstream off the back of Yeet, and now he's on the back. I wonder if Yeet is starting to struggle a little bit, because I think Jake will probably be passed in a minute.
Yeah, and now Goody joins the back of the train, but he's also got the champion behind him. Actually, this will be the battle of two champions, I suppose. Goody, the Season 3 ILR3 champion, versus this season's ILR2 champion. And as I say, Jake has easily made that move, and Joachim behind gonna make the move, and Abby gonna make the move on Goody. Is Goody gonna fight him? Good boy, Goody.
Oh, Alice Killer.
And did Abby hit him?
Oh, that is close. Man.
Is he gonna get them all? If he gets them all, he's going 3 wide down towards turn 4. He gets the squeeze to the grass. Abby ran the outside of them all, and that's how you do it.
That's beautiful. Look at that. Look at Goody as well. Trying to be opportunistic, getting on the inside as well. He got Alice Killer. Abby, what a move, though. That is how you take advantage of the situation.
He made it look easy.
Oh, man, you can see why he's the champion.
Yeah, with moves like that. 3 cars in one straight. That's how you do it. So,
my God.
keeping an eye on our leader, Paco. He is at lead by 3.7 over Will. Jake 8.3 behind. Yeet is just behind him, and Abby's already up behind them. But I reckon, will he have to stop again for those ultras?
Yes, possibly.
Unless he can do an amazing job on nursing them. Goody's made his way past Joachim for 6th place. And now Abby's made his way past Yeet, and he's closing up to Jake. I think Abby's doing this for a bit of fun, honestly. The 2-stop.
Well, I think Abby is sort of proven here that East is very good. Yeah, he probably is having a bit of fun here, just showing everyone, look at me, I can overtake as well, I'm a god at this game. I mean, he is on fire today. If he can get by Jake, I imagine it won't take too long to catch up to Will either, quite frankly. Yeah. He could still win this. He could still win this, because at the end of the race, could you imagine him on a set of, say, hypers or something, just charging through the field?
Yeah, is he going to have a go?
Great fun with that.
No, Tim Veg also making his way through.
Now goes Abby on the inside, and that is just so easy into the stadium section. Well, so next target, 8.5 seconds ahead. I reckon you'll catch it about 5-6 laps, knowing how quick he is in a minute.
Yeah. So, Paco's maintaining that gap currently. Will also has a penalty on top of that. So,
I've just got to point out, Tim Veg, he's gained 9 places in the opening stage.
Yeah, he has.
He's loving his stay as well.
He's doing really well.
He's really about to get another one. He's on the back of Joachim, he's gained 8 places, and yeah,
Wisely behind.
He's certainly a contender for driver today already.
Yeah, Wisely not making the same inroads as Abby has. But yeah, Tim Veg.
I guess that sort of just sums up
the
really
season.
Why it's Abby who's ended up champion and not Wisely. He was leading for a while, but he just never could get the win, and yeah, Abby is clearly the better driver. And he's really showing it today.
Yeah, Tim Veg driving awesomely on those Super Softs. Looks like the Super Softs are kind of coming into their own in this stage of the Grand Prix. You can see Goody's up in P6 and he's closing up to the back of P5. Tim Veg up in P8, closing on P7. So Goody might actually have, if he gets enough of a run out of the last corner, he might be able to have a pop at Yeet here. So
And
as you can
this
see,
works so well for the Super Soft Runner because they get the better tires at the end of the race as well. I mean, Will Goody
Yeats
and
in,
Tim
and
Veg
Jake's
really
in, and
could
oh,
be.
Jake, not again.
Ah, Jake.
I
And
swear
there
he did
goes
that
Joachim
last
as well.
week.
He might have done it. I don't remember actually.
Oh
Someone
well.
did though. Yeah, well, either way, shouldn't have done it.
Yeah,
But
just
the Super Soft Runners, I really could see some of these guys actually sneaking up onto the podium. I know Will probably could be on there, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Goody or Tim Vig actually find their way up there as well. Because Weisig has to pit again, and this top 6, they ought to pit again, really. So technically, this could be their genuine positions now.
yeah.
I know it's difficult to sort of say right now with the guys behind, but if they have enough pace at the end, they could possibly find themselves in amongst all that on better tires.
Yeah. So, Weisig 7/10 of a second behind Tim Veg now. I think Tim's just conserving his tyres at this point, just making sure that they go the distance. You can see how much Weisig's pushing on behind him as Paco makes the stop from the race lead, which is going to give the race lead to Will, and Abby is going to be in P2. Remember, he has to stop again. So it's the
Weisig should get Tim Veg right now. He's on the main straight with the chance. And will he beat Paco? Where is Paco? He does just about beat him out. But Paco will probably pass them two quite quickly, I imagine.
Yeah, Weisig gets through into P4. Will has now got 2 penalties. And Abby 6.8 behind now. So he's pulled 2 seconds in, I think, 2 laps.
Yeah.
So he's quick.
Oh yeah, very quick.
Oh, there's a huge accident on the back straight. Oh dear.
Oh,
Joachim's into the wall.
Oh.
Do not reverse in front of Scott.
Careful.
And he's retired.
And he does retire. Well then, the front straight has finally claimed the victim. Quite high it's managed to claim a victim.
I don't know,
sure.
lap 15. And it's
yeah,
the
how's
victim.
that happened?
I don't really know what happened, honestly. So now...
Was he near anyone?
Yeah, he was. He came out and it was a bit of a cluster, honestly. Sector 1, Sector 2.
And that'll be where he's parked it.
Yeah. So now Jake trying to make his way back through again, and he's closed up to Corey, who's had a shocker today.
Yes. I do wonder now if Jake can really get that podium anymore. I wouldn't say it's fully out of reach, but he needs to do some form of miracle work.
Yeah. And here he comes on Corey. No problems whatsoever. And you can see Paco's already closed up to Tim Veg.
Why is it now reeling in Goody as well? But I mean, he's 8 seconds behind his own teammate now.
Yeah. And Goody sliding through those corners. I think that he might be his 3rd penalty of today. And Abby 5.6 behind the leader. So the gap's... It's starting to settle down a little bit. He's not catching as much as he was. You can see Will's tyres beginning to show their age.
Here goes Paco into the stadium section. He just had so much more grip out of the S's.
And there he goes, straight past Tim Veg. And he's into 50. You can now chase after Weisig, who's right on the back of Goody now.
Just wondering if Yeats has actually lost much in these pit stops. He's got Corey between him and Jake now. That could really actually help Jake to pull away.
There goes Weisig past Goody.
Weisig.
Easily done.
Back onto the podium.
Yeah, onto the podium.
Abby's got that gap now from, 8.6, 8.7 to 4.8 now, so he's making some progress. I mean, it's about a second a lap still, something like that. Will he catch Will before he pits? Maybe. It just depends really when he's planning to. I imagine it'll probably be another 5 laps before he pits, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Alice Killer's trying to get by Onyx on the DRS. but I don't know if he's close enough. He's not quite close enough, and he has to stay behind for now in 11.
Yeah, just to say that the last time Weislich had a podium was Canada. That's a long time.
That is a long time for a championship contender.
Round 7. It's nearly 13 rounds since he last had a podium. I remember the run of podiums he had earlier in the season. He had a run of 4 straight podiums. 2, 3, 4, he had 6 podiums this year. And no wins.
No. Well, you know, at the start of the season, we were just waiting for the inevitable win to finally come to kickstart his season proper, and it just never happened. I mean, we've obviously got next season. He may still get third, though, in this title, and that could put him up to ILR1, so we'll see what he does there, but he may end up leaving ILR2 this season, promoted, but without a single win. For this season, anyway.
Which is interesting, but we have his lucky charm coming up. Brazil.
Oh, wow! Onyx was he was overtaken, he was done, but on the inside he still stuck it on the inside of Alice Killer and somehow managed to keep ahead.
They're still battling though. Alice Killer's coming back at him around the outside of turn 4. Is he going to stick it around the outside, switch to the inside? Yes, he does, but here comes Onyx back up the inside again. Can he get it on the brakes? Yes, he sticks it up the inside. Alice Killer's going to hold it around the outside though, so wow, what a slide.
That is some drift.
And Paco's caught Goody.
Oh, he's drifting again. This can't be given a chance. Oh, he's off. He's going to die.
Oh, into the wall, and he's somehow still... he's dead.
Race.
Rear wheels off.
Right off the race.
Oh,
well,
dear.
Then.
Well, FIA, that is definitely not in a recoverable position.
Yeah, good luck getting that one recovered, despite the fact...
Paco's through.
Well, in fairness, they could probably just, leave it there. Quite funny, but yeah, no safety car. What are you expecting?
Paco's through to P4, and the gap up front is 3.5 seconds.
Weisig seems to have closed a little bit on his teammate. Actually, I haven't really been keeping an eye on it, but it is going down. So
yeah. His tires are 4 laps younger, so they will eventually start to kick in. But he's got to watch out for Paco, who's going to be behind him, 2.4 behind.
Look at that Onyx's car miraculously recovered.
Well, Weis's got a penalty now. So that's the podium gone.
Oh, well. Well, I'm still got another pit stop. Yikes, 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 yikes.
We're at the halfway point now. Well, just past the halfway point.
This is a problem, isn't it? Abby makes his second stop. I mean, that's a little earlier than I was maybe expecting.
That's early, yeah. Another set of ultras, I'd assume. Or is he going to go for supers? No, he's going for supers. Or not.
No, it's all...
Yeah, it's supers.
No,
it's supers.
Oh, wow.
Interesting choice.
Why?
I don't know, but I think it's for fun.
Scott's out there 16 laps on the ultras. Come on, Abby.
Yeah, well, that's Scott. That's...
Yeah. Still.
Yeah. So, Abby's now come out. He's still 7th. Fresh super softs. Does Will pit now?
I find it extraordinary that he has been able to actually jump Yeet and all that as well. Just showing how quick he was. I mean, he was so far behind that whole group when he made that first stop. I mean, that is showing how good he is on this two-stop.
Yeah. And Will's tyres look pretty dead. They've done almost 20 laps. Does he pit now? Yes.
Pit light is on, and he does pit, yes.
Now, get it stopped, Will. There you go. And Wisely, he's got Paco for company. Paco's flying on those super softs. 1.1 behind, not quite in DRS. Will goes on to the ultra softs. Goody carries on 20 lap old super softs now. Where does Will come out?
Oh,
Abby's going to have the momentum. Abby's going to have the momentum. I think Abby's going to jump him. And he does.
Was he not like a good 3 seconds behind him still? And he's been able to undercut him.
Well, there you go. But now Will's going to have an early advantage with the ultra soft tyre. But passing Abby is another thing.
That is going to be a proper handball, I imagine, for Will. I was fully expecting him to be ahead still.
Well, that shows why he's champion quality and why he is a champion. By somehow undercutting, and there's Jake and Tim Veg battling as Jake gets through, and Tim Veg's still going on those 20-lap-old super softs. Softs?
Super softs. Holy fancy pit stop. Oh, he's sliding like a
Oh.
Jippo pit.
It's good. He's going to have to pitch, surely. And I think Paco's going to now make the move for the race lead as Abby, straight away, wasting no time, gets past Tim Veg in the stadium section.
Oh, this will be interesting. Scott's coming out of the pits in, just behind all this. Just
Oh, he is
getting
as well.
away.
Paco is going to get through. Wisely, I think, is going to get past as well. He does, so Scott doesn't get in too much in the way there. What about Will? Makes his way past Tim Veg now.
So, both Goody and Tim Veg have both stayed out then on the Supers.
21 laps.
Do you think they're maybe planning a hyper run at the end?
Well, why the hell not?
I mean, it's all for fun, these last few races, you know. Nothing really on the line for them, I guess. Will sort of real life karting ruined his chances of the championship, didn't it, really? But
Yeah. Sticking
Billy's
with...
got nothing to lose.
So now Jake's going to come into this.
Yeah, I imagine Will's going to fancy a look on Abbey. He sort of needs to on these tyres.
Yeah, he has to, because his tyres are not going to last the same distance.
Look at that, he's pushing the track limits there to another level there.
But he has 2
miles
penalties
off.
to his name already.
Yeah, you can sort of see why.
Pushing the limits, and Abby getting right up behind Jake. He's going to have the benefit of the DRS now, I think. And Weisig pits. So, he's going to come in, he's going to be coming out like well behind all these guys. Goody pits as well. I think we're probably going to see a 3 wide here. So, here comes Abby making his way past Jake. He goes really defensive towards the grass. And Will's going to get Jake as well. He's going to fancy a pop on Abby as well. He's going to try, just can't find the room. Tries to hang it around the outside. And he gets past Jake.
Under loads of pressure.
And here he comes again.
They
Will
both have DRS still on.
They do. So Will's going to have to try it up the inside, and he is going to try it up the inside. And he's going to get it on the brakes. Yes, he does. So he's through to what is currently second place. But Paco's out in the lead by 10 seconds at this rate.
Yeah. I mean, how good can you be? That is super from Paco. I mean, how many races has he done? He hasn't done many, has he? And he's just turned up.
He's a reserve driver, so that's enough.
And he's going to take a cyber to victory. No. I swear, ILR Prix like the only team that hasn't had a cyber win yet. Of the ones I've watched, anyway. You're seeing ILR5 with cyber winners, you're seeing this as cyber winners. I better win next week in Brazil, I swear.
Yeah, Paco, reserve driver, has currently driven a total of 2 races in Italy and Russia, a best finish of 7th. So,
well, actually, in ILR3, the only winners for cyber have been reserves. Actually, I keep forgetting about that. They have won, it's just not been the full-time drivers.
Yeah, Abby had a little think about coming back at Will, and Wisey's making his way past Alice Killer.
Corey, by the way, looking on some points, trying to salvage something out of this.
Yeah, make the move on Joseph.
Tim Beck, by the way. What a shame, Tim Beck has come out miles down, back in 12th now.
Here comes Corey for points. And through he goes. No issues whatsoever. Now, there are 12 laps left. I don't know. I think these guys can catch Paco.
They've caught nearly 2 seconds already in just the last 2 laps alone. This could go down to the wire. I think Abby could be the strongest here, actually, because he's got more longevity in the tyres.
Yeah,
this could be good. I reckon he's going to want to stick to the back of Will for as long as possible, and then when Will starts to struggle, just steam past him and do the rest of the job for him.
Yeah, there's 11 laps left with a gap of 9.3, so we're going to see things come down to the wire. That's if Abby can stick within DRS range and just make sure he sticks in DRS range.
Sure, he could pass if he wants to. He's not even using ERS on the main straight. Like, he's Just conservative. He's waiting for the right moment.
Yeah.
No, he's a little bit more ELS, but still only on 2. So yeah, he's not really very, committed
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, Will's using all of it, pretty much.
Yes, and Wiselake's probably going to want to use all of it as well. He's trying to get past Yeet, and he's waving a little bit the cyber driver. Will Wiselake get by?
Oh, that's a late move.
Bomb.
And he's got
That's
it done.
Great move.
Yeah, if there's one thing
beautifully.
Yeah, if there's one thing Wiselake is good at is getting moves done on the brakes, he's just not good at winning. And Will gets another penalty.
He's good at that, but he's terrible at everything else.
Right, so now Will has 9 seconds of penalties. So really, the only man who can challenge Paco is indeed Abby.
Well, I just want to see if they have any penalties actually, Paco and Abby.
I don't think he does.
I imagine Abby's got none.
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised he's got none. Paco is 1-1 away from a penalty. That could prove important later on.
But Will is currently on 9 seconds of penalties, which is going to lose him a podium.
Yes.
Jake, second in the championship, question mark?
Yeah, I was second in a miracle, and suddenly he's just sort of appeared in the podium positions.
That's if Wiselake doesn't catch him.
Well, even if Wiselake does catch him, I reckon his tires may be starting to fade a little bit. That is the issue with Will, that's what I'm saying.
And Jake also has a 5-second penalty.
Oh yeah, because he did that stupid thing. Oh no.
Although Wiselake does have a few penalties to his name, so it might actually... We'll see how it works out. I don't know how it's going to work out.
The race of penalties, this one. Oh, see, that's a proper good helicopter car. Can we have that the whole time for the S's? Makes the cars look lightning fast.
Just to update you on the Constructors' Championship, just as we were speaking about penalties, then Wiselake gets another one. But
yes.
The gap in the Constructors is 37 points. Right now, Red Bull are going to score absolutely nothing. So, that's not good for them, obviously. But I think today... Oh, there's a problem in Sector 1 for somebody.
What's he doing? Have you forgotten? He's letting him through. Letting Jake through there. Don't know why that was wearing the yellow flag like, but okay.
Yeah. So, I think the Constructors' Championship will still be alive. Because I think they need going into the last 2 rounds, really big lead, because you've got a maximum of, what's the score, 40 something is a maximum score for
86 for the next 2 races. That's the maximum.
The 86 for the next 2 races.
2 1-2s for the next race, and I don't. How many 1-2s for a team have we even seen this year? Have we even seen one yet?
I don't think so. No.
Well, the 2 Red Bulls in Australia.
Ah, yeah.
Apart
2 Red Bulls.
That, no.
It's only been the one.
Is that it?
This is like Formula E. Then they only got a 1-2 last when the Techidas.
The first ever 1-2. It took them 4 seasons.
Yeah, Techidas in where was it again? Paris.
Oh, Paris, yes.
Yeah, that was when Lauder hit the back of him.
I'd love a Formula E start finish today. Go on, Abby. Sideways across the line, needed.
Oh, we need Paco to pretty much run out of fuel on the line. Yeah,
yeah.
But Abby's putting the pressure on now. He's closed right back up to Will. As Goody, he's making his way through again.
Oh yeah, Tim Begg as well. Here he goes. That's for 9th. So I thought he was actually not going to get any points because he was 12th when he came out, but he's been able to dispatch some cars, and 9th probably is the best he's going to hope for though, because he is 10.5 seconds off the nearest car.
I think Goody's going to score some good points today.
I don't know how many penalties he's got. I feel I've seen a lot of penalties fall for him though today. Oh my god. He's got 4 penalties, and he got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 warnings in the first 8 laps.
Oh dear. So
He's
got 12 seconds of penalties then. So
calm it down, man.
R.I.P.
Maybe it's a very cool game after all.
Oh, Abby's coming back at will. He's going to go for him into turn 1. No.
Not yet.
So...
Does the ARS go up?
Oh, Will's
And it
super
is up.
sideways.
The gap isn't really closing enough now, is it, to really consider going for the win, is it? For Abby, unless he really puts the hammer down.
Well, if he gets past Will... Yeah, no, if he gets past Will and he gets released, I think he can easily catch a second a lap.
No, that's it. Actually, see him pass Will first, because I mean, he's missing the apex, he's going wide, he's struggling. All of a sudden, there's Abby.
Yeah,
and I mean, it's quite important for Jake this as well, for Abby to get past, because, you know, Jake is ideally going to be wanting to catch the guy on wearing ultras rather than the one on wearing supers.
Yeah. So, yeah, Jake's going to be pushing those tires to their limit.
So will Paco.
Yeah, 15 laps. Yeet as well, Alice Killer. And actually, speaking of Yeet, Goody's caught him.
He's got lightning pace, he's just got no idea where the track is.
Yeah. He's got 12 seconds, and he's gonna drop from 6th to 10th.
Well, there's still a long way to go in this race. I mean, let's just wait and see what penalties do in the last few laps, because of the way he's looking, you may even get more penalties than that and end up just out of points.
There
but
he
he
goes
does
for
get
6th.
by on Yeet. And
Nice,
Yeets
sir.
don't really think he can fight it.
Yeah.
So we've got 7 to go here. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see a few more penalties. Corey looks like he's going for a fastest lap, so they may actually save Goody
Yep.
and get him a point.
Now,
Abby's pushing, but he's still 6/10 back. He needs to sort of get up the road now.
yeah, this is going to be an interesting finale, because the gap is coming down up front. There's 5.6-ish.
Paco just needs one more warning for a penalty, remember?
And that ruins it.
Then again,
So,
Abby could be getting a penalty though soon as well. I guess he can start pushing and maybe we'll see. Let's not sort of assume what would happen yet. We have to see him get by Will first, and look at them running down the overspeed down towards turn 1.
does he go for him? No. He's waiting.
He's being too patient now. He's actually ruining his own chances here. He needs to get down the road.
Yeah, is he going to go for him
This
here?
has to be it.
I think he's going to go for him here. Does he go for the move on the inside? No.
No. That's not how you win this race.
So we're going to have we're going to have 5 laps to go across the line. Which means that these guys need to catch a second a lap to catch him on the last lap. Which
Yeah,
they're
this
sort
is
of
it,
doing-ish.
Looking less likely though, as Will is the one who's got millions of penalties and Abby's the one who's actually needs to be the one who's making that time up himself.
Yeah.
Surely he has to go for it. He can't just sit here all day while he gets yet another penalty. And yellows.
Sector 1.
Is that for Corey? I suspect. No, not actually Corey. Okay, fair enough. I was expecting him to be off in his hypers.
5 laps to go. Is Abby gonna? Surely he's gonna have to do it now. Yeah, he's coming for him, and he is past. Now he begins the chase.
It'll be fun.
This is gonna be fun.
5 laps, 5 seconds. Paco will start looking at his mirrors hopefully towards the end, and we may get a showdown between these two. Gap now under 5 seconds. It's already closing.
Yeah.
Quickly already.
Yeah, quickly.
He's getting 2 tenths on the straight alone. That DRS he got off Will really helped him right there.
Yeah, it did indeed. He's got to make sure that he keeps it between the white lines, as does Paco. These guys are in no danger from Jake or any of those guys behind. They're 7 seconds behind.
Ooh, Abby got a warning on this lap, so he's pushing it.
So both of these guys are a warning away from a penalty then, Paco and Abby.
Yes. And the gap has went down on this lap by what, 6 tenths? Needs to be more than that if
It's
he wants
close.
to win.
It's gonna be tight. 4 laps left to run, and the gap 4.2.
Obviously, you'd think the further we go, the more Abbey would actually gain thanks to the wearing tyres. But maybe that won't ring true. I don't know what's going to happen with the last podium spot though, because Jake is now nearly 9 seconds, or sorry, it was 8 seconds, nearly 9 seconds off Will. Can Will still actually keep this podium?
He might.
I'm not too sure.
I think he
how
will.
The penalties are going to work out because he's got 3 penalties, Will, at the moment. And Jake, unless he's got a penalty and a stop go as well. Nah. They've got nearly equal penalties. So Jake's only going to get 1 second when the race finishes. So surely Will still get the podium.
Gap 3.9.
And that means that Jake will not quite secure second place today, right?
Not quite. He'll be close. He'll be 3 points
close.
off. I think he'll be about 2 points off.
Yeah, 3 points off, something like that. Because there's a 3-point difference from 3rd to 4th, 15 to 12.
Yeah. This is a really interesting climax to this race. 3 laps left to run. 3.6 seconds.
It's all about keeping it in the lines, I think, here.
This is, yeah, you can see how Abbey's going, he just goes defensive immediately out of the last corner.
It's at 2 Ferraris are catching up to Costa, who just pulls over and lets him through.
I think he's bored.
Yeah, it's another car. He must have got surprised or something.
Scott's on Scott's on brand new Hypersofts. So,
he's gonna, they're all weaving. Like,
they're just weaving. They're having a bit of fun down the back, which is...
Yeah.
Nice enough to see.
Fair enough. Also, Jordan, he's on the back of Joseph. This is for the last point.
This is for points, yeah, indeed.
And he's got much better tyres. You would expect him to be able to get through here.
Yeah. I also wonder... I wonder, can Tim Veg maybe snatch 8th?
He may well do so. I don't know what penalties will do. He could jump up a few places yet, but we'll see. There goes Jordan into the points. I mean, Tim Veg, he's caught, what, 8 seconds up to Alice Killer just throughout his stint. I mean, he could gain a few places. It just depends what penalties he's actually got. I mean, has he got many?
I wonder, is it enough?
Tim Veg's got no penalties. He may find himself gaining a lot of spaces here.
2 laps to go, 3 seconds. I wonder, is it enough? I think is Abbey dropping off.
Is Paco starting to feel comfortable?
I wonder, he's on 20 lap old super softs, so he's doing an excellent job. It's 2.8 seconds now, and Jake has dropped under 9. Well, he's dropped outside the 9-second mark, and he's in danger maybe. Well, depending on penalties, obviously, but 2.9 behind is Wiselig. We'll see how Tim Veg ends up.
Fact is now, Paco gets one more warning. It's Abbey's win.
If Abbey gets one more warning. If Abbey gets another warning, then it's Paco's race.
Yes. Or if there's no penalties, then unless Paco bends it, then it's also Paco's race.
Yeah, he's taking it so cautiously through the S section.
Oh yeah, and that's why Abbey's gaining a lot of time. And he can afford to lose that time now, unless he gets a penalty, of course. But yeah,
let's not curse it because this is a really interesting climax. So the last lap, the reserve driver Paco leads by 2.2 seconds going on to the last lap here. Abbey is flying behind. He's on the 2-stopper and he's still in second place. So he's done a really, really top-notch job to be there in the first place. But can he? I don't know. Where is he going to pull 2.2 seconds out of in one lap?
I don't think he is.
I think
simple fact, unfortunately.
Well, Paco, he's
got
just got
equal ERS. I mean,
Paco's just got to keep it through the through this last few sections now, and Wisig with another penalty. So, keeping it nice and clean and tidy is Paco. Looks like going to be Tim Veg. He's actually done it on track. Never mind on penalties. He's actually done it on track, so he's going to gain some serious points here. Is Tim Veg 1.4 seconds? There was one more lap, then I think Abbey would have done it. But here we go through the stadium section. The confetti cannons are going off. What a stunning victory this is going to be, Owen. Coming through the last corner, the reserve driver for Sauber, Paco, wins the Mexican Grand Prix in a stunning fashion. From Abby, we'll see who it's going to be now, as Will by 11 seconds behind. It's going to be...
Should be Will.
Let's see where Jake ends up. He's going to close within 2 points of second place in the championship. Wisely picks up P5. Goody, he's got 12 seconds of penalty, so I don't know where he's going to end up. Looks like he's going to be 6th. He might stay in 6th, actually. But the interesting one is
what Tim Veg moves, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. He's got 0 penalties. Let's see. So Yeet picks up P7. Where's Tim Feck going to end up? He's going to jump to 7th. Well, anyway, not as much as we thought.
Just 2.5 seconds off Goody, though. I mean, a very good race from him at the end of the day. I mean, he gained 10 places. You can't take that away from him. What a result.
Yeah. Stunning results.
Jordan, he got the points on track, but then had 15 seconds of penalties or whatever the hell it was he had. He's
Meanwhile,
seconds
there's donuts from Costa. Lovely.
Yeah. I wouldn't let Jack say that. He's yeah. Genuinely, that's probably a quality ban.
Good way. He's doing donuts for the fans nonetheless.
But yes, Paco, the Cyber Reserve, does what Cyber Reserves do best, and he's won the Mexican Grand Prix, and stunning victory. I mean, he totally deserves it. He had the perfect strategy, and he had great pace, and to be honest, he sort of came from nowhere, and it's showing everyone here exactly what he can do. Let's just hope he doesn't do it wisely again, never win again. But I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So
driving.
Third on the grid to first to Abbey. Second place on the 2-stop. But still, he drove so well to even get second.
Yeah, you can't take anything away from him. And through 1.1 seconds off on a 2-stop. You just gotta wonder though, was he too conservative? Could he have went for ultras in that last stint? I reckon he maybe could have, to be honest.
Well, he could have, but anyway, it's still gonna be Paco on the top. It's the first win for Sauber this year. So then a new constructor stands on top.
Yes. Honestly, I find it funny. It's a Cyber Reserve. It seems to be the only way we know how, apart from an ILR5, or maybe other shares, I don't know, but ILR3 and ILR2 certainly know it's only the reserves that are allowed to win for Cyber.
Seems to be. Let's have a look. So the top 2 avoided penalties, as did Tim Veg. And Costa...
Yeah.
21 seconds of penalties. And Scott beat him, actually. 27 seconds of penalties for Scott.
I don't know if we disqualified.
That's like, 9 penalties.
That is a disqualification right there, game. Come on.
But there you go, Tim Veg.
What does it take to get disqualified then? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
You know, in F1 2015, it was 6 penalties and then you're disqualified. That's it.
Looks like Will got the fastest lap. Just checking. Yep. But 1.1 seconds in the end was the gap. If there was just one more lap left, then that would have been Abby's race, I think. But there we go. 19 rounds done, and we're into the final 2. We're heading to Brazil next time out. Interlagos, where the championship turned around last week. But
it's got a lot to live up to from last season.
Yeah.
Personally, in my opinion, the best race last season.
Yeah, for many reasons, but mainly Paga.
Just a bit of everything.
Anyway.
Had the rain, had Jake, had Paga, had Weislich, had everything.
Let's hope it lives up to it. So anyway, battle for second still rages on in the championship. The ZR Mercedes still holds on to it for now. But Jake's right with him. So we'll see you next time out in Interlagos for the Brazilian Grand Prix in the last 2 weeks of racing. So we'll see you then. Good night.